Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm a behavior therapist, and the big question we're going to answer today is, should I tell my child if my child has a diagnosis of ADHD? Well, I'm going to tell you my story, and I'm going to let you make up your own mind. When I was a kid, I didn't have a diagnosis. This was back in the day, especially with girls. Girls didn't really get that label, so I got different labels. I got labeled forgetful, I got labeled gifted, I got labeled needs to apply herself. So I went through life looking around at the other kids and trying to figure out why I was different. Being different didn't feel like a good thing. It felt like something that was setting me apart. So I tried to do the things that other kids did, and I failed. I didn't get the grades. I couldn't stay organized. Everybody kept using those words. You gotta stay organized. And I never ever figured out what that meant. Eventually, I started looking around at other adults and realizing I still hadn't grown out of those struggles. I was still forgetful. I was losing my keys. I was losing my wallet. I was missing international flights. And sometimes it's like a haha cute quirky thing to be forgetful, and sometimes it's actually just humiliating. So I wanted to find out if there was something else going on. As a behavior therapist, I was meeting more and more kids, and they were coming in with the diagnosis of ADHD, and their story sounded exactly like mine. So I went to get tested, and they looked at me, they looked at my report cards, and they diagnosed me as absolutely, yes, you have ADHD. So after I became, medication helps. Let's just add that as a side note. But what was bigger to me was to be able to say, okay, I don't have to do things the same way everybody else does. It's gonna take me an extra minute to put something in my Google Calendar, because if I don't slow down, I'm gonna put in the wrong day, the wrong time, the wrong month, and it's gonna be another embarrassing experience. So knowing that I have ADHD reminds me that I need to slow down in certain moments of the day that I tend to make mistakes. If you're not familiar with ADHD, it comes with some memory challenges. It comes with some processing challenges. Visual works a lot better than listening. And then maintaining focus, you probably know that's an issue. So there were things that I was supposed to do at work, that I was supposed to do in my daily life, that I wasn't completing because I would get distracted halfway through. So knowing that I had ADHD means I didn't have to do things as fast as everybody else. I didn't have to use the same strategies as everybody else. I had to look around and say, okay, this is how my brain works. What's gonna make the difference for me? And it's made all the difference, because there's stuff that I can do now, just in terms of getting places on time, that I couldn't do before because I was pretending to do it the normal way, and the normal way wasn't working for me. So if you have a kid who's exceptional, it's okay to tell that child about their exceptionalities. If it helps, find the strategies that work. Because not telling your child about a diagnosis doesn't mean they're not going to feel different. They will probably still feel different. They'll probably notice the way they perform differently, the way they feel differently, the way they move differently. They're going to notice. But something like ADHD can be a positive identity. It still means I'm capable. It just means I do things my own way. So I really hope that helps. And if you have any more questions about ADHD, come and visit me. I'm at ameliabehavior.com. That's behavior spelled the Canadian way. And send me your questions. Maybe I'll make your video. Okay, thanks. Bye.